Episode 11. Connecting the dots. Using English transition words. Think in English. Hello, and welcome back to the Smart Listening Lab. I'm Amy, and I'm so glad you're here for our 11th episode. We've come a long way together. From breaking the translation habit to building confidence, we've covered the core skills of thinking in English. If you haven't listened to our previous episodes, you can find the links in the description. Today we're focusing on a key element that makes your English sound smoother, more logical, and more advanced. Connecting the dots, using English transition words. Have you ever felt that your sentences are a bit choppy or that your ideas don't flow together seamlessly? You might be able to say, I love coffee. I am tired. But you struggle to connect those two thoughts with something like, I love coffee because I am tired. This is a common challenge for English learners. Using transition words is what makes your spoken English sound coherent and natural, like a native speaker. This episode is about showing you how to use these powerful little words and phrases to improve your English fluency and make your conversations sound more polished. Why transition words are a game changer. Think of transition words as the glue that holds your ideas together. In your native language, you use them automatically to show relationships between thoughts, cause and effect, contrast, addition, and sequence. Without them, your conversation can sound like a series of disconnected facts. For example, compare these two sentences. It was raining. I stayed home. This sounds a bit blunt, doesn't it? Now add a transition word. Because it was raining, I stayed home. The second sentence is much clearer and more natural. The listener immediately understands the logical connection between the two events. Learning to use these words is a crucial step in your English language learning journey, as it moves you from simply knowing words to actually building a logical argument or telling a cohesive story. It's the difference between someone saying, I went to the store, I bought milk, I came home, and someone saying, I went to the store and then I bought milk. After that, I came home. The second version sounds much more like a person and less like a list. Adam's story, from choppy to coherent. I want to share the story of a former student, Adam. Adam was excellent at vocabulary and grammar, but his spoken English was still a bit choppy. When he spoke, his sentences were short and lacked connection. He would say, I am a programmer. I like to read books. He felt that his colleagues didn't always follow his train of thought easily. We started a simple exercise using transition words. Every day he would take two unrelated sentences and mentally connect them with a transition word. For example, he connected I am a programmer and I like to read books with, however, I am a programmer, I like to read books. This showed a contrast. He then tried another one. I am a programmer. Therefore, I spend a lot of time on computers. After just a few weeks of this practice, his conversations became noticeably smoother. He was able to present complex ideas more clearly and found that people listened to him more attentively. Adam learned that using transition words was the secret to making his ideas, and not just his sentences, flow. Your transition toolkit, categories and exercises. Ready to master transition words? Here are 3 categories to focus on, with practical exercises you can use to train your brain to use them naturally. Addition words. These add more information. Words include and, in addition, moreover, furthermore, also. Exercise. Mentally list 3 things you like about a hobby or a movie, connecting each idea with an addition word. For example, I love hiking. In addition, it's a great way to stay active, and I also get to see beautiful landscapes. Contrast words. These show a difference or a contradiction. Words include, but however on the other hand, although despite. Exercise. Mentally describe 2 sides of a coin. For example, think about the weather. Although it's sunny, it's still very cold. Or about your job. My job is challenging, however, the team is fantastic. Cause and effect words. These show a reason or a result. Words include because, so therefore, as a result, since. Exercise. Think about something that happened to you today and connect the cause and effect. For example, because I woke up early, I had time to eat a good breakfast. Or, I was late for my bus, so I took a taxi. Tips and tricks for mastering transitions. To make these transitions a natural part of your English, here are a few extra tips and tricks. Tip number 1. Listen for transitions in podcasts and TV. Actively listen for these words when you watch a show or listen to an English podcast. Notice how native speakers use them to guide the conversation. This will help your brain recognize the patterns and integrate them into your own speech. Tip number 2. Start with 1 word per week. Don't try to master all of them at once. Choose 1 transition word like however and try to use it in your mental narration at least 5 times a day for an entire week. This focused practice makes the word stick. Tip number 3. The Connect the Unconnected Challenge. Take 2 completely unrelated thoughts and try to connect them with a transition word. For example, the sun is hot. I need new shoes. You could connect them with, the sun is hot, so I need new shoes that are more breathable. This fun exercise pushes your brain to be creative and flexible. Your weekly challenge. Become a connector. Your challenge this week is to choose one of the transition word categories and practice using those words in your mental narration for just 10 minutes a day. By making a conscious effort to connect your ideas, you'll start to do it automatically. This is a powerful step towards making your English not just understandable, but truly fluid and eloquent. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your commitment to this journey is inspiring. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe to the Smart Listening Lab and leave a review. It helps us reach more people who are ready to make this shift. See you next time, and as always, keep thinking in English.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep practicing, and for more English lessons, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.